Yes, yes, and yes, we are back. This is video number 3 of my 3-day video series. And this is going to be a live that's going to wrap everything up for you, tied up with a nice little bow, and it's going to all come together. Welcome to today's broadcast. My name is Tracy Walker. I am a entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur. I am a single mom to an amazing, brilliant 8-year-old son. His name is Josiah.
I'm watching her stream on YouTube.
Listen to him, right? He's already in the game. You guys can see what's going on. And what I do is I show.
Right there.
I see it, Pumpkin. I show wealth-minded single moms how to generate more cash. All right. We're going to do that all online. I show them how to take a percentage of that cash and put it in flow. In other words, you got to take the money and the money got to go to work for you so it can make more money. In other words, you got to flip it. You got to invest it. You got to put it to work. And all of that is designed to help you create a solid, sturdy safety net from the comfort of your home. I want you to be able to live your life. I want you to be able to work from home like I do with my son being engaged with what I'm doing. I want you to be able to go to work as an option, not as a necessity. I want you to be able to travel and take your children with you without having to check with your bank account first to see what it has to say about it. I want you to be able to go where you want, do what you want, with whom you want to do it. And guess what? Feel absolutely doggone safe and secure knowing that you have something that you're working, building from the comfort of your home that is not just going to be sustainable for you, but it is providing the foundation and even the thoroughness to be something that you can pass on to your children. Okay. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's my vision. I want to help people, specifically wealth-minded single moms, be able to do that. It's already hard enough out here. We're doing everything on our own. We're I was doing homework earlier today, right? Just practicing on some worksheets, some math, some language arts. He's playing, right? I'm doing business. I'm doing all these different things, and it's all on me. Okay. And if you're anything like that, and you want to make more money, today's broadcast is going to be amazing. You know why? Because tonight I'm going to show you how to automate everything. Okay, I'm going to show you how to automate it and just really be able to be excited about having a business. One of the things that I know is so true for so many people is they get excited about having these online businesses and then the business isn't online. They got to travel over to this place. They got to go over here. They got to go to the dog park and talk to people. They got to go to the bar and buy out the VIP, and they got to attract people to them by looking more important. They got to memorize all these scripts and have things ready. They got to always be prospecting, right? They've got to always be selling something. And as an entrepreneur, I do agree with the idea and the concept of, always be looking to build your business, always be looking for a customer, someone who you can help, someone who you can serve. But I'm not of the energetic disposition that that it has to be hard or that I'm going out specifically to do these things. I want to be able to have people come to me, which is what I do. And I'm ready to show you how you can have people come to you. All right. So let's do a little recap. Day 1 video, we talked about the 2 things that you absolutely need to make money online. Those things were a community and an asset. Okay. Your asset is your list. Without your list, you have nothing. Okay. If you're coming into business with a poor, shoddy list, you're going to struggle. Okay. Until you can figure out how to build a qualified list. And that's pretty much what I teach you how to do. So on day number 2, the video, we talked about how to actually do that. And the premise by which we do that is by combining internet marketing with network marketing. Network marketing is our back end money. It's our residual that we're going to build, but internet marketing brings us our cash flow up front. It brings us the right now money. Now, if you're in a really decent network marketing opportunity, what happens is that you do have fast start commissions, but you got to be able to sell that product in order to get the fast start commissions. And the challenge is that most people don't know how to sell their opportunity. That's why they're not getting signups. So they're not getting back end and they're not getting front end. So what I'm teaching you is how to get the front end and leverage the front end to be your primary source of income, even in addition to maybe a full-time job that you're working, and then be able to not have so much stress on building the back end. All right. So we went over those processes and I showed you why that works, why it's the most ideal scenario and strategic approach to make money online, and the fact that people who don't do that, generally, the average person, they don't make any money. Okay, you like the idea of the product and service that your company markets and promotes, but you don't make any money. It's because you don't have a full-blown opportunity. Your network marketing company is a compensation structure. It is not an opportunity. An opportunity is where you have a compensation structure that also teaches you how to go and sell the thing that then provides the compensation structure. Most network marketing companies do not provide that. That's where leadership comes in. So, part of my leadership, working with my organization, the Dream Team, I teach my team how to generate leads without having to run ads, without having to bug friends and family, and without having to post and do all this stuff on social media all day long. Okay. I show them how to do that. And then I've taught them how to automate it. And that's what we're talking about here on today. So let me ask you this before we really jump into all the meat of it all. Okay. I don't like to say meat because I don't eat meat, but you guys get what I'm saying, right? Before we get into the details, right? The good stuff, right? It's important that we frame this right and that we preface this right. Okay. Before I do that, is everybody with me? If what I'm saying is making sense, I got to spot check. Let me spot check and make sure. Go ahead and type I'm with you in the comment section. Okay. Type I'm with you in the comment section. And I'll know that this is making sense, right? I don't want to leave anybody behind, all right? Because the whole point of this video series is to introduce these three basic concepts to you so that you realize, okay, if I'm not doing any one of these things, here's now my opportunity to do them, okay? And that's how this is going to work, all right? So you're with me, all right? Good deal, ladies. All right, so first thing we do before we automate stuff is you kind of have to know what you're doing manually. Okay, you have to know what you're doing manually before you can automate it. Otherwise, you're trying to automate chaos. And if you're trying to automate chaos, which is what most people do, that's why people say things like, oh my God, this is too difficult. Oh, it's confusing. Oh, the internet is not duplicatable. Those are complete cop-outs because of one's unwillingness to progress. Okay, we live in a world right now where we all know artificial intelligence is taking over. How can you accept the fact that artificial intelligence is taking over? How can you accept the fact that mostly everything is digital? You have a digital phone, you have digital internet, you have digital TV, you have digital everything, digital currency. How can you accept that, but then you don't want to have a digital business? How do you still want to have a 1973 manual, outdated business? I don't understand why you're trying to combine these two things. You've got to get on with the times. Okay. So we've got to understand starting off what it is that we're doing, okay, the processes that we're implementing, and then we can automate them. So the most important thing to start off with is what is it that you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? What is the end result? So I'm gonna break this down for you, okay? And I've put some numbers together so that I can help you to understand how this all makes sense when you know what you're doing. Okay. When you know where you want to go, let's put it like this. When you know where you want to go, you don't have to completely know what you're doing, but you have to conceptually understand what you should be doing. And then I can teach you how to do it, but you still got to know where you're going with it. Okay. We need all of these parts working together. So what is your goal? right? So let's just say your goal is you want to make an extra $10,000 per month. Okay. You want to make an extra $10,000 per month. You understand that having a business online, having front end money and back end money is going to be the best combination that you can ever put together, because there's just no other way, right? If you just straight affiliate marketing, you're going to have a lot of front end, but all the work that you're doing, you don't get any residual. If you're really just doing network marketing, the whole point is that you're going to get to a point where you're probably not going to be recruiting as many people, and it's just going to be the residual that you're after, right? So it's either front end and affiliate or it's back end and network marketing. And you got to combine the both in order to have front end and back end, especially as you begin to grow and maybe you're not recruiting as many people up front. Your team is starting to duplicate and recruit more people. And so you're building the residual. So what is your financial goal? Let's say it's $10,000 a month. Okay. If you want to make $10,000 a month, let's say you're part of a company like me. I'm going to use numbers in my company so you can understand, right? Now, if you're in a different company, you're going to have to run these numbers yourself and fully understand what's going on. But let's say that in my company, I can make a sale and I'm going to make 20% of that sale, right? And so let's just say I want to make $10,000 a month, okay? What you want to do is you want to take that $10,000 a month and you want to divide it by the amount of money you make in Fast Start for each sale. So in this case, let's say I want to make $10,000 and I'm going to make $380 for every sale I make. This is purely on the back end. This is purely on the residual side of the equation, right? So if I did that, right, $10,000 divided by $380, that would give me 26 sales. Okay, so I need 26 sales a month of $380 in order to make $10,000. In other words, you need 26 signups for the month. Okay, you need 26 signups for the month. Now, if you don't know how to sign people up and you don't have any leads and you don't have anybody to talk to, 26 sales is a it's like impossibility. It's almost like I don't even see how this is going to happen. Talking to my mama, talking to my auntie, talking to the people on the street, talking to the people at the gas station. Like, I don't see how I'm going to get 26. And even if I got 26 this month, you don't know how you're going to get 26 next month too, right? Because you don't have a systemized process. But in this case, the goal is 26 signups, 26 sales for the month. Okay, great. Well, if I know that, possibly 30% of those people are not going to stick around. Otherwise, they're going to refund, they're going to quit, they're going to do something, right? The company's going to take back that money. I've got to account for that. So I'm going to take my 26 sales, I'm going to divide that by 0.3. That's going to give me 87 sales calls. So I'm going to need to speak to 87 people in order to get 26 people to actually say yes a month. Okay, you with me so far? You're going to divide that number. If you need to go back and rewatch this and run the numbers for yourself, go ahead, pause, replay, pause, replay. For now, I'm going to keep on going. Okay, so now 26 sales for the month divided by, a 30% attrition. Okay, refund means I need 87 sales calls for the month. Now, my 87 sales calls for the month, I've got to divide that over a month's period of time, which is like 4 weeks. Really, it's like 4.3 weeks because we got like 52 weeks in a year, right? So if I'm going to take my 87 sales calls for the month, I'm going to divide that by 4.3 weeks. That's going to give me 20 sales calls a week. I need to make 20 calls a week, or I need to have people, put it like this, I need to have 20 people coming into me a week. Right now, I don't really, listen, if you don't have inbound leads, then you're going to have to go outbound, right? But the point is, I'm teaching people how to have inbound, because people coming to you is always better than you going to them. It's just a better route. But if you don't have people coming to you, you're going to have to go to them. Okay. It's just the way it works. It's one or the other. Okay. So you need to have 20 people that you can speak with to then get 26 people signed up for a week. You need 20 people for the week, right? Over 4.3 weeks every week, to then have 26 people enrolled for the month, which gives you $10,000 a month. Okay. Now, let's just say only 80% of the people show up to the calls, right? 2 out of 10 people are not going to show up, right? So you're not going to have 100% of the people that actually schedule a book a call with you. They're not going to. 2 out of 10 are not going to show up. So if only 8 out of 10 are going to show up, I'm going to divide the 20 that I need per week by 8, okay, by 0.8. And that's going to give me 25. So I really need 25 calls booked so that if 80% actually get on the phone, that gives me my 20 that I need to have for the week. Okay. Now, once I have my 25 calls booked that I can talk to, right, with 80% showing up, which is the 20, I realize that I need a certain number of leads now, right? How do I get 25 calls booked? Where do these calls come from? Where do these people come from, right? They don't come out the sky. Where they come from? Well, I got to get leads. I got to get leads. So if I say that 50% of the leads I get, I can book a call with them, that would mean that the 25 calls that I need booked per week, I need to multiply that by 2. That's going to give me 50. So I need 50 leads per week in order to have 25 booked calls, in order to have 20 calls for the week over 4.5 weeks, to have 26 people sign up, which gives me $380 for each of those enrollments. That's going to give me $10,000 per month upfront in fast start money. See how we broke that down? See, if you're not doing that in your business, you're playing around. Okay, I don't know how people are out here in network marketing and they aren't running the numbers. I don't know what it is you guys are doing. I don't know how it is that you're making this. Well, you're not making it work. That's just it. See, you're getting started in these opportunities and you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Now, don't get me wrong. I love excitement. I love, fire. I love fire under your butt. But at some point, you're going to level out and you're going to have to run a business like a business. And you're not going to be able to do it by frantically running around without any predictability in your business. There's no real business that doesn't itemize these specifics, because you got to know where you're going. This is all relevant. If this is making sense, say it makes sense in the chat, in the comments. This is all relevant. You've got to put in your GPS where you're going before you can automate where you're going. Do you understand? Like, you can't get in the car and say to the GPS, if it's not a voice activated GPS, take me to Florida. Okay. You got to type it in. You got to say, take me to Miami, Florida. You got to say, take me to Miami, Florida on this street at this address. You got to tell the GPS where you're going. So if where you're going is $10,000, you can't just nebulously say that, or you can't pick a rank and just say that. You got to break it down what it really means. So in my business, I know what it means. It means I need 50 leads a week because I need 26 sales per month at $380 per sale, gives me $10,000 per month. Okay? It's a very simple process. Now, 50 leads per week. Let's say I don't want to work Saturdays and Sundays because I've got a family. You've got a family. You've got little ones at home. You got things you got to do. I got baseball on the weekends. I got fun. I got birthday parties. Sundays, I got a rest day, right? I need a moment. If I need to go to the grocery store, do some other things, right? Put some gas in the car, whatever that is. I got things I got to do. Okay. So let's say you don't want to work on Saturdays and Sundays. You got to take those 50 leads and divide it by 5 days out of the week. What does that mean? That means you need 10 leads a day. Now, I learned a long time ago, 10 to 20 leads a day is the magic number. It's almost the magic number for any business. This is why we say this, 10 to 20 leads a day. So if you can get 10 leads a day coming in on autopilot, where you are now able to book, let's say, half of those. Remember, we said 50%. 5 calls get on the book per day. 5 calls out of the 10 leads get booked per day. That would mean that you would speak to 20 people per week, because of the 25, you're only going to have 80% show up. Okay? So you need 10 leads a day in order to make this whole $10,000 a month thing work. Now, is that killing yourself? 10 leads a day? Well, it is if you're talking to everybody you know. It is if you got to go outside and talk to people at the dog park. It is if you're bugging your friends and family. It is if you don't have a system or a process. It's easy if you've got automation working. It's easy if you have a marketing system and a marketing process. Okay. So 10 leads a day. So the question I have for you is that now that you know what your goal is, what's your process for reaching that? Right now, I want some people to share in the chat, in the comment section, what's your process for getting 10 leads a day? Share with me. Be honest. Your transparency is only going to help me help you. How are you getting 10 leads a day right now? How are you? What's your process? What are you doing online to get 10 leads a day right now? Or what are you doing offline to get 10 leads a day right now? Let me know. Because if you don't tell me anything, I'm going to assume that you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything to get any leads per day. Well, then it doesn't mean the business doesn't work. It means that you don't know how to work the business. And this is why people have a challenge with getting started with certain getting started in direct sales, is because no one is teaching you how to go and get leads. Okay. And what they're saying is just put your list together. Put your list together. And if your list isn't buying and you're not growing the list with potential buyers, then you're dead in the water. Right? After your first 30 days, you're done. You're twiddling your thumbs. You're trying to figure out what's the next deal. You're driving Uber in the meantime. Now, nothing's wrong with driving Uber. But if you didn't start off driving Uber because you wanted to build a business online, but then you started driving Uber because the business online isn't making money, driving Uber does not solve the problem of not making money online. It just now adds to it. And there's only so many months of that you're going to go, with staying active in the business. Okay. So I see one person saying, I'm not meeting 10. Okay. Right. Another person says, I've just been going through my phone book. Right. Okay. And let me ask you this. How's that been working for you? How's not meeting 10 a day been working? And how's going through your phone book been working? Because if you're going through your phone book, are you getting 10 new people? Not 10 new, but are you getting 10 people a day? Okay, asking for referrals from anyone I show the plan. That's a good plan. That's a good thing, right? But my question is, how many new leads a day are you getting? And what's the process that you're using? So if you're going through the phone book, fantastic. Next question is, are you getting 10 leads a day? Even if you're asking for referrals, great. Are you getting the 10 per day? Are you getting the 10 per day? Let me know, guys. Okay. This is the time. This is the time. Okay. There's nothing wrong with asking for referrals from people. That's great. That's an excellent strategy, but you got to have the people initially to ask for referrals for, right? You got to have the people, and then you got to have a new set of 10 tomorrow. And then you got to have a new set of 10 the next day. You got to have 50 of these a day. 50 of these a week. So if you don't have 50 of these a week where people are coming to you saying, yes, I'd like more information, it's going to be a long, drawn out road. Okay. I'm not exactly that. And this is indicative of almost 95%, 97% of the industry is right here. So I'm not the big fan that says go talk to more people without showing you how to talk to more people. I'm of the school that says, okay, if I want you to talk to more people, let me show you how to find a community of people, start attracting the community of people, and then start building an asset base. This is a real business. Okay. You got to build an asset base, a list, build a list. If your current list isn't producing results, it's time to go build one. Okay. I see I burned through all family, friends, and clients from my hair business long ago. Exactly. So it's time to move into the community and asset building. That's the only thing that's left at this point. You got to go community to asset building. Okay. If you're not doing that, then you're not in business. Okay. You're only in business as long as your current group of people exists. And once you burn through that, then you're done. Okay. So, let's just say, so the next question. So you guys have shared the process that you take to try to acquire, right? We talked about customer acquisition to acquire these leads, all right? Now, the amount of time that it requires you to do that, right? Is it something that you're able to commit to every single day? And do you see people that do sign up with you committing this type of time to doing it the same way that you're committing the type of time to it? In other words, if you're committing a certain amount of time to asking for referrals, going through your phone book, or just trying whatever strategy, if you've got all day to do that, do you think the person that you finally sign up is going to have time to do all of that? That's the question. Is it going to duplicate? Is what you're doing right now to get leads going to duplicate when you finally do get a person to enroll or become a business partner of yours? Is it going to duplicate? Go ahead and put that in the comment section. Put that in the chat. Is it going to duplicate? Do you envision all the people that you're going to enroll? Do you envision them doing exactly what you're doing right now? Could you imagine a whole organization in your wildest dreams? Everyone that's ever signed up is doing what you're doing right now to get leads. Is this going to be a high quality organization, or do you think it's not going to be a high quality organization? What do you think? What would you say? Is it duplicatable? Okay, so no, it's not. You're struggling with that. Okay, another person says no, right? No, exactly. So just think about this. Your morale is low because you don't even believe. Not that you don't believe in the business, not that you don't believe in the products, but the process. You don't believe in the process. And because you don't believe in the process, yourself, the way that you view yourself being a part of the process is weakened, it's lowered, which means that now when you do go out and talk to people, you're almost energetically self-sabotaging yourself because you're saying to people energetically, don't sign up because this is going to be too hard for you. This is what you're saying. It's going to be too hard for you. I don't believe you're going to be able to do it. I don't know how to help you to do it because I don't even know how to freak I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're saying. Like it's the grace of God, right? If you're building your business and it's purely the grace of God, I'm not saying the grace of God isn't important. I'm saying if you're building it purely on the grace of God method, then that's not teachable. That's not coachable. And it's definitely not duplicatable and it won't be residual. Okay. You won't have the residual if it's not possible or actual or duplicatable. Do you guys get what I'm saying with the O's? Okay. The O's matter. Okay. That's my new thing. The O's matter. All right. So we got to compress time and we got to improve our productivity through our processes. Okay. It's just the bottom line. And you guys are with me. You see, we're going through the psychological process. This is what's happening out here. Let's fix it. Okay. So how do you fix it? Well, remember the items that I shared that you needed. You're going to need a lead capture page. Okay. It's not hard to do it. And you're going to need an autoresponder. Okay. Now, here's what I'm talking about automation. Because I know I need leads, I'm going to have to attract my community. I've got to say something that's meaningful to my community I'm looking to attract so that they say, yes, I want more information. If what I'm saying to my target market, my community, if what I'm saying to them doesn't make sense to them, they don't even know I'm talking to them. They could care less about what I'm saying. If what I'm saying is not a point of which they're saying, I'd love to know more, you're not going to be able to attract the leads. If you are able to have a message, what you're saying lands with that community of people, then what you want is a lead capture page where that video in which you're saying it is saying it over and over and over and over without you. It's saying it over and over and over and over while you're sleeping. It's saying it over and over and over and over while you're in the bathroom. It's saying it over and over and over while you're cooking dinner for your children. It's saying it over and over and over and over while you're driving on the way to pick your children up from school and head over to baseball practice because you're driving in a car and you don't want to be ball and chain to your phone the whole entire ride. Okay. You want to actually enjoy. Like I love watching my son play baseball and sometimes I'm on the phone, but a lot of times I'm not on the phone with certain activities because my lead capture page has a video on it that's speaking a message to my community where my community is opting in saying, yes, I want more of that to the tune of 10 a day. Okay, so that lead capture page is going to do it. How are we automating this? This is how we're automating. You're automating with the lead capture page. This lead capture page captures leads because you have a video on it that's saying something to your community that they care about, or they want more information about it. That's the bottom line. That's it. If you're saying something that they don't want more information about, it's not going to work. So it's your job to figure out what's important to that community. That's your work. That's your work as a marketer. That's what we do in marketing. We bridge problems and solutions together. So if you don't know what your community's problem is, how can you possibly offer them a solution to it? Then how could you possibly communicate that on a video? Okay, you're just out here random. You're random. And you're not going to randomly make $1 million. It is a very structured, it's a very deliberate thing. You've got to know the GPS. So lead capture page. Now, great. I'm going to generate the leads because I'm going to put a video up there. I'm going to then put a marketing strategy in place where I'm going to be able to bring leads in, where I'm going to get views to the page. So say this, I'm going to put views on the page. I got to have a marketing process where I'm putting views on the page. So let me give it to you in real time. For example, I'm doing a 3-day video series, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I'm doing a 3-day video series. During the 3-day video series, I'm sharing the third concept of 3 concepts over the 3 days. In the videos, the description of the videos on Facebook, on YouTube, and wherever else you may be watching this, there's a link in the description. That link takes people to a page. Do you guys see it? It's in real life. To a page. When the people click on that page, they watch the video. If that video makes sense, guess what they do? They give me their name and their email. So what is the marketing strategy I'm using right now? A 3-day video series. Is it costing me money to do this? No. But is it costing me a little bit of my time? Absolutely. Did it cost me a little bit of structure and organization as to what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it? Absolutely. Am I saying things that are beneficial to the people that are watching? Absolutely. So then people watch this, they click on that link, they want what I'm saying, and then they give me their name and email. That is a marketing strategy. A 3-day video series is a free marketing strategy that you're in the middle of me doing right now. Hello. You with me? If you're with me, say, I'm with you in the comment section. I'm with you. Is this something that you could do? Absolutely. This is what I teach the people in my organization to do. Okay? It's very, very different than going out and trying to get people. I don't want to get people. Okay? I don't want to get people. What I want is to serve people. I want to help people. I don't want to get them. Get more people. Talk to more people. I want to serve and help more people. And from that premise, what I'm saying and my energy will attract those people, but I got to have a marketing strategy. Let's not, lose the whole premise. Okay, let's not get so caught up in spirituality that you like you ain't got to do nothing. Okay, you do. All right. So that's part 1. You've got to have a lead capture page. You got to have this. You got to have a marketing strategy that then gets you traffic to that page. A 3-day video series is an example of what I'm doing right now. It's getting traffic to the page. I'm getting leads. Okay. Now, once I have those leads, remember I talked about yesterday. What is it that we want to do? We want to then have those leads book a call. Now, didn't I just give you the numerical data that states that I need to have, in this case, if I want to make $10,000 a month, I need to have 10 leads a day. And of those 10 leads, I need 5 of them to book calls. I need 5 out of 10 to book a call. So how are we having people do that? Do you think that I'm talking to every single person saying, hey, when's a good time for you? 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 When all damn day long? Do you think that's what I'm doing? Do you think I'm constantly doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this? You think I'm driving like this, doing this? You think I'm at my son's game doing this, doing this? You think I'm in the bed sleep doing this, in the shower doing this? You think I'm laying in my bed before I go to bed doing this? Like, that's not having a business and having a life. That's called working hard. And contrary to popular belief, working smart is better. Working smart is better. Does that make sense? So what if I could take my process for getting people to book calls and automate it? What if every single person that opted in to my lead capture page saw a second video that I already recorded that talks to them about booking a call? And there's a link underneath the video that allows them to book a call. Where do they book a call? On my online calendar. I've already pre-configured my online calendar. I already did the video and I already have the link. The page is already there. So anybody that opts in, they see the video, they decide if they want to book a call. And if 5 out of people book a call, they're going to click that link. They're going to go to my pre-configured online calendar. They're going to pick a day and time that's on my calendar that I've already pre-configured, that's based around and built around my life. If I'm not available between 5 and 7, those times aren't even available on the calendar. They can only pick the times before 5 and after 7. Here's an example. I do a call every day at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the a.m. No one can book a call with me at 9 o'clock a.m. because I already have a standing appointment at 9 o'clock. They can't book a call until starting at 10 a.m. So they can book a call from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Why? Because at 4 p.m. I leave to go get my son from school. I'm not available. It takes me about, 35 minutes to get there, back, stop, get gas, 40 minutes, grab something to eat, whatever. Or if I've cooked something, okay, it's fine. We get back in the house, 5. Then by 5 o'clock, what am I doing? I'm literally working with my son, giving him some attention, playing with him, speaking with him, yelling at him, fussing at him. Whatever I need to do during that time, I'm doing that. And then after 6 o'clock, I'm okay. So from 6 to 8, my calendar says you can book a call from 6 to 8. After 8, I'm not available. Why? Because sometimes at 8 o'clock, I might have to do something for the business that I'm in. I might have to present on a call, or I might have to do something like this, a 3-day video series, right? So I'm not available after 8. So it's already pre-configured. When a person clicks on the link, they go schedule the call. Now, that's automated. If you guys can see that, say, I see it. Say, I see it. If you can see the automation here, I see it. Type that in the comments, in the chat. I see it. Let me know. It's automated. Now, here's the other thing. Once the person actually books the call through my online calendar that's already pre-configured, it automatically, the Google Calendar automatically populates on my iPhone. I don't have to schedule anything. It automatically shows up. And my system, I've got it pre-configured to send me a text. My marketing system sends me a text when someone schedules a call on my pre-configured online calendar that comes through my automated video and booking link, that comes from my automated lead capture page, that gets traffic to it from pre-recorded videos that I'm doing. Like day 1 is already done. Day 2 was already done. In a moment, day 3 will already be done. And it's on my wall. I send this out to my list. And guess what? People book calls and I'm not doing this video anymore. They're getting on the calendar automatically. And I'm getting a notification automatically. And I'm getting a text message automatically. So now I know tomorrow at 7 o'clock, Tiffany just scheduled a call. So I'm ready. I'm ready tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's already there. Fantastic. Now, because I get text messages, I know how many leads I'm getting, or I know how many calls I'm getting. If I get 5 text messages for that day, I know I've met my quota. If I don't get 5 text messages for that day, I got to get to work because I got to have 5 appointments booked a day. It doesn't mean I'm speaking with 5 people a day. It means that at least 5 people have booked a time in the future a day. You guys understand? So it may be I'm only speaking to 1 or 2 people this day or 3 people this, whatever it is, but I need 5 people booking for that day. Okay? Now, not only do I get a text, the person who booked, they get an email that tells them, hey, you've booked. Here's your date and your time. A day before their call with me, they get an email and a text that says, hey, your call is tomorrow, this day, this time. An hour before our call, they get an email and a text that says, hey, your call's in an hour. And 15 minutes before our call, they get an email and a text, hey, your call's in 15 minutes. You know why I do that? Because I told you that 2 out of 10 will cancel. Remember, I said an 80% show up rate. So I want to increase my show up rate. The more people who book the call that actually show up means I have more of the calls, more actual calls. I need 20 of these calls per week. So the more people I get to show up, the more realistic my numbers become, because then I have 20 people that I can talk to for the week that came to me. That's automated, where I'm not driving around looking like a chicken with my head cut off, going crazy, stressed out because I can't keep up with the volume. Automation. Now, here's where it really gets good. I get on the phone with the person. I do my thingy. I speak to them. We have our call. After I speak to them, if this is a person who I want to invite to take a look at my business, I actually can go into that person's contact card on my CRM inside of my system. I can go and I can change their status. And when I change their status to send video, my system will automatically send that person an email with the link to the page that already has the recorded video for the company that I'm representing with the presentation I want to present to them. So no, I'm not presenting every day. That may be contrary to many people. Some people like to feel busy. Some people feel like they need to do it every day. Some people want to do it every day. Some people want to put on their dress with their collar, their blouse, and do their hair and their makeup every day. And they want to sit there on a Zoom and they want to present to people for 30 minutes, 5 and 6 and 7 times a day, because they feel that the activity is productive for them. That's okay. Me, that's not the lifestyle I want. What I want is I want to present to as many people as possible without me having to physically be present. That's what I want. That's the lifestyle I want. So I've built a system that allows me to live my life. And then other people who want that type of lifestyle similar to mine, they're going to be attracted to this type of process. If you don't align with this type of process and you feel the need to have to do that and sit there all day long because you can, 16 hours a day, 20 hours a day, whatever it is, then go ahead and do it that way. But I'm telling you right now, I'm talking primarily to wealth-minded single moms. They're working full time. They're working 8 hours out of the day. They're driving an hour or 2 out of the day. They having to work with their children and spend time with their children 2-3 hours out of the day. They still have to sleep at some point during the day. There's not 16 hours to do this. There's not 10 hours to present all day long. It's not full time for people yet. But if I can help people to what they lack in skill to make up for in number, if I can show you how to reach more people in less time, you could make more money by working less. Do you see that? You can make more by working less because you have automation that's doing a lot of the work. Do I want to present every day? Yes. Physically? No. Automatically? Yes. You know why? Because I could be presenting to 10 different people at the same time in 10 different time zones. All of them seeing the same enthusiasm, the same presentation, the same hairdo, the same makeup, the same lashes, the same outfit, and feeling the same type of vibe over and over and over, while I could be sleeping, taking a nap, where I could be helping my son with his homework, where I could be driving to go and pick up something to eat, where I could be doing my hair, where I could be talking on the phone to my boo, where I could be doing whatever it is I want to do. I don't want to work all the time. I want my business working all the time. I don't want to be working in the business all the time. It's a shift in mindset. Okay? It's a shift in mindset. So now, the person, I shift their status, they automatically get an email and a text with a link to the page. The page has the video presentation that I want to present to them. They watch it or they don't. But underneath that video, there's a survey. That survey asks them a series of questions. What did you like best about what you saw? What package you want to get started with? How soon are you looking to get started? This, that, this, and that. Scale from 1 to 10. How important is it for you to start generating this income, right? Those questions are on a survey that when the person watches the video, it prompts them to fill out the survey when they get done. When the person fills out the survey, which is automatically on the page, I automatically get a notification that says, hey, Tiffany just completed your survey. I get a text message that says that. When Tiffany completes the survey, I get a text message that says that. Now, what does Tiffany get? Tiffany gets, when she completes the survey, Tiffany is automatically now redirected to one more time my calendar for a getting started call. See, if Tiffany watches that presentation and Tiffany is like, oh yeah, I see enough value to fill out the survey, then Tiffany's going to then be ready to get started because Tiffany doesn't have a link to enroll. She doesn't have a link. So instead of me calling, did you watch it yet? 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 Hey, did you watch it yet? Did you watch it yet? Hey, did you watch it yet? Did you watch it yet? Times 10 people a day, times 50 leads a week, times that time 87 times a month. You're not going to be able to keep up with this. This is why you're not going to make $10,000 a month. The average person. If you're full-time at this, then maybe you've got processes and systems in place that allow you to do it. Maybe you got assistants working, maybe you got all this stuff, maybe you're paying people to do this. I'm telling you that this right here allows me to control this whole setup, this whole business from the tip of my finger on my computer and manage it from my smartphone. See, I want to have a business that I can work anywhere in the world. When I tell people that, I mean that. A business that they can operate from their smartphone. There's going to be a little bit of things that you're going to have to set up on your computer. But once you plant the seed, in other words, once you set it up, you don't have to keep setting it up. Like this process, I don't have to keep doing the process. If I see something I want to tweak, I can tweak it. But I don't have to go in there and change it every time. It works. It's the same thing over and over and over, right? Success is not what you do, it's what you do daily, right? So if I know I got to have 5 booked calls a day, then doesn't it make sense that I have an automated system that helps me to book the calls, notify me of the calls? I do the call because I have to do the call. Then I can automate the presentation part. I can automate the survey part. I can automate them setting up a getting started call. I can get notified that I have a getting started call. And now all I can do is review. All I do is review the survey, do the getting started call, and help the person get started. So how many times did I speak to the person? Personally, 2 times. I spoke to them on the initial call and I spoke to them on the getting started call. Everything else was automated. So let me ask you, how many people do you think you can sign up if you only had to speak to the person twice? And if you only spoke to them twice, you only spoke to them twice after they've met a certain criteria. Do you think that you would be happy to speak on the phone to people that meet a certain criteria versus getting on the phone and they're like, what are you talking about? No, I don't want to do this. No, I'm not interested. Why are you calling me? How about this? What if they're ignoring you? What if they're ignoring you? See, very rarely do I have that. Now, do I have that? Yes. There's some times where people miss a call. So let's say on that first call, I call them and they don't answer. Okay, I'll hang up. I'll give it 5 seconds. I'll call again. If I call again, most times people answer. You know why? Because they scheduled the call with me. They wanted to talk to me. But let's say they don't. What I can do is I can go in here. I'll leave a little voicemail. Hey, Tiffany, it's Tracy. We were scheduled for an appointment to chat a little bit about your goals and help you to make some additional money online at 9 p.m. I hope everything's okay, right? I'm sorry I missed your call, but I hope everything's okay. I'm getting ready to send you a link to reschedule, okay? We won't be able to do it tonight because I scheduled this time for us. So if this is something that you'd still like to get done because you're serious about changing your life in 2023, when you get that message, go ahead, click on that link and go ahead and reschedule. All right. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope all is well. Talk to you soon. I might leave that voicemail. I'm going to change her status to no show in my CRM. I'm going to change her status to no show. When I change the status to no show, guess what? She's going to automatically get a text. She's going to automatically get an email that's similar to the voicemail I just left her. Now she's going to automatically get that. Then guess what? I've got it set that in 30 days, it's going to send her another message. Hey, we were supposed to talk about 30 days ago. I missed you. Are you still interested? You still open? 30 days from there is going to send her another one. And then 60 days from there is going to send her another one automatically. My follow-up is already programmed. You think I'm going to sit here and try to figure out if it's been 30 days for Tiffany, 30 days for Bill, 30 days for Sophia, 30 days for Stephanie, 30 days for John, 30 days for this person, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, send this follow-up, send this. How many people do you think, even if you're able to do that, how many people do you think you're going to recruit who's going to be able to keep up with that? Part-time, working a full-time job, as a single mom, wanting to make an extra $5,000 per month. Who do you think's going to do that? No one. No one. This is why you're not winning in your business. Because you don't believe that you can keep up because you can't. So then when you recruit somebody and they say, I can't keep up, you don't have a solution. And you say, you know what? You're right. Energetically, you let them quit. You know what? Because you don't know how to do it either. It's just you've been to an event. You've built a little bit bigger belief. You see it and you're going to stick around long enough until you figure it out. You're the leader and you should. But those people, they're not the leaders. They're looking to you to lead them, and you're failing them if you don't have a process to help people who don't see it yet, who don't have it all together yet, who hasn't been to Columbia yet, who haven't been to Rome yet, who haven't been to the Miami event yet. What do you have for them so they can hold on to belief long enough to get some results going in a business where they can win? What do you have, leader? Nothing? This is why. Yeah, it can be exciting about the presentation, this, and this. But I'm telling you right now, you got to have this stuff on autopilot if you want to have a business and a life at the same time. So now the person doesn't show up. I put no show on there. They get the text and the email automatically every 30 days, every 30 days, every 30 days, every 60 days. And then that's it. Like, I'm not following up. Me personally, I'm not following up with you that long. 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, and 60 days. That's it. That's it. Okay, you got long enough. You know why? Because I got too many people to deal with. You obviously are not interested. I'm okay with that. Some people say they're going to follow up until they either die or this and that. That's fine. But I'm of the belief system. I'm going to follow up until it makes the most practical sense. Time does change things. But guess what? If you've gotten that many follow-up emails and texts from me, then you know how to find me when you're ready. You know how to find me when you're ready. I'm all up in your DMs, all in your inbox. I'm all up on your text message. You got my information. You know how to reach out when you're ready. At some point, you've got to say, I'm ready now. Okay? And that's fine. So that's what happens if the person doesn't answer. Automatically set up. Now, let's talk really quickly about this, and then we're going to close out. What happens when now a person joins the business? Now they join the business, right? And now I got to get them scheduled. I got to get them onboarded. When they join the business, because my company is not connected to my system, just like your company isn't going to be connected to the system. There's no way to do that. Okay. It's a manual process at that point. So when somebody joins my business, I can see I do get a message from my company. Then I can send that person a welcome message or welcome text via email or text. I send them this manually. When they go through this process, they're going to then have to book a game plan session with me so I can help them get onboarded. When they actually follow the steps inside of my text message or my email in the welcome email, and they book their onboarding session call or their game plan session call, the system automatically sends them the information that they need to be ready for our onboarding call. The same way it sent them for the initial call, the same way it sent them for the getting started call, the same way it's going to send to them now. We're going to do a Zoom at this point because this is a new business partner of mine. I want to see them. I want to speak to them. I want to get to know. We've already spoken several times already, but now we're going to do it via Zoom. And guess what I'm going to do on here? I'm going to show them how our system works. I'm going to make sure this is what they want to do. And I'm going to show them how to do it. The same way I pretty much just showed you how to do it, but a little bit differently because it's a streamlined process. I'm going to show them how to get access to our products that they just became a customer of, how to leverage it. I'm going to plug them in appropriately. So how many hours a day might I spend? Let's say I have one person. Let's say I need 26 sales a month. That would roughly be one new sign up a day, right? Let's say in 30 days, let's say one new sign up a day. At least for 26 days, I'm going to have one person sign up. That means at best, I'm doing maybe one sign up call a day. And when I get that sign up, I've made $380. So if I spend an hour on a Zoom with someone to help them get started, and I've spent 20 minutes with them initially to find out what they're looking to do, and I spent 5 or 10 minutes with them to get them a link and help them get enrolled, that's 20 minutes initial call, 5 minutes to help them get enrolled, and 1 hour on a onboarding session. I've spent 1 hour and 25 minutes with this person. Total. Everything else was done through automation and systems. And I got paid $380. Does it translate to you that for an hour and 20 minutes of your time, that's worth $380? $380 an hour. $380 for every 1 hour and 20 minutes. Does that make sense? Do you make that on your job? Do you make $380 per hour and 20 minutes on your job? If the answer is no, then what we're doing makes more sense, but it doesn't make more sense if you're manually doing everything and spending too much time on all of these detailed processes that must be handled, just do not need to be handled by you manually, physically. If you can brain around having a business and a life at the same time with a system that will do and automate all of this for you, then you've sold yourself. Because that meant that's what you're looking for. And that means I just showed you. See what happened there? I just bridged for you a problem that you had with a solution. And when you bridge a problem with a solution that makes sense, guess what? People buy. Now, you heard that little noise? That was a text. You know what that text was? Another lead that just came through. You're witnessing the system at work from almost the beginning to the end. You're witnessing a marketing strategy. You're witnessing me getting a lead. Now, what you're not going to witness is what she's going to get and all this didn't set button a call, because all that's happening without me. I'm on the live with you. Any call that gets booked from this lead is happening without me. I like that. I like having a life and a business at the same time. I like looking like this, making money. I like having on a sweatshirt and a headband. I like being on a live with the blurred background. I like being at home with a ring light. I like my son being in the room, can come out anytime he wants. See, my son can come to work with me anytime he wants. He can walk around. He can go in the refrigerator. He can fix something. He could listen. I like it. I love it. And other people who love it, I want to help you put it in play for you. So now tonight, I've tied it all up. I've put a bow on it, and I've showed you how to automate it. Day one, I showed you what you needed. Day two, I showed you how it works. And day three, I've showed you how to do it without being involved day to day. If this is the type of life and business that you want, and you are a wealth-minded single mom, and you want to generate more cash, I just showed you how to do it. We got to figure out how much cash you want to make, though, because then it's going to give us our GPS. I'm going to give you a game plan on what you need to do. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to give you a marketing plan on how to do it. I'm going to give you a system that's going to help you to do it automatically. And guess what? You're going to have to learn some skills along the way, which I can coach you and teach you on. So if you're willing to grow, if you're willing to learn, all this other stuff that you've been doing in other businesses, put that in the trash can, please. Put it in the trash can. Now, if you want to do those things, knock yourself out. But I am showing you a way that helped me make well over $1 million in under 2 years. This is the process that I used. I have reestablished it. I've re-implemented it because I believe wholeheartedly in the business that I'm a part of now and the massive impact it's going to make for people and how it's going to transform people's lives. I believe it. I went back and I redesigned everything. I re-implemented everything and I put everything in place. And it's duplicatable for my team. This is all duplicatable for my team. So what does my team have to do? They need to figure out who they want to target in their community. And they have to put their marketing plan in place so they can generate the asset, build the list, generate the leads. Everything else, we've already designed it for them and it's working. So you do have to market and you do have to speak to your people. You do have to market and you do have to speak to your own people. But I'm going to show you how to automate it and give you access to our system that will help you to automate it without you having to chase your friends and family all damn day, all week, all night, over and over and over again, calling 35 times, without having to spend any money on ads and things of that sort, especially out of the gate. Once you get to going with this for a while, there are some strategies where you could put a couple dollars behind it and generate some traffic to your page. I can show you how to do that. Not a big deal. And you don't have to do it by being on social media all day, every day. In fact, I really don't want to be on social media like that. I want to be on social media when I want to be on social media. I don't want to be on social media because my business freaking requires I be on social media. My business does not require that. And I don't want yours to require that either if you don't want it to require that. If you like being on social media, then this is going to help you because you already like being on social media. I just need to show you how to implement it. If you don't like being on social media, then don't be on social media, but you got to do the work that I'm telling you to do. If you want to learn more about this process and how you can put this whole thing into play for yourself, I want you to click on the link in the description. You can head over to cashflow.winwithtracy.com. I break down my cash flow model that shares with you exactly the steps that you need to take on how to make this whole model. It's going to then give you an opportunity to schedule a call to speak with me. If you want to implement this and you want to speed up results and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you're ready to roll into 2023 in a different vehicle with a different level of confidence, with a different goal that you now know you can reach and not have to be strung along and stressed out and financially distressed like you were in 2022, book the call. We're going to take 20 minutes. I'm going to find out if we're a good fit. and I'm going to send you information that can give you more details. From there, you're going to watch the details. From there, you're going to fill out a survey. From there, you're going to book a call. I'm going to speak with you. I'm going to help you get enrolled if it's a good fit. If it's not a good fit, then you're not going to get enrolled. That's fine with me too. I'm only looking for the people that's looking for me. Once you get enrolled, I'm going to send you a message on your next steps. You're going to follow those next steps. We're going to get on the Zoom. I'm going to show you what to do. And now you're going to be ready to go just like this. It's not that difficult to do. It's not that hard to do, especially when you have a great coach like me. Hello. Hope this was helpful. I really hope that you enjoyed this 3-day video series. Please share this broadcast. Please let other people know this exists. Get yourself my cash flow audio. Book your call. Let me show you how to put this in play for your life. I'm telling you, 2023 is the year of automation. It is the year of freedom. Listen, this is my whole premise, freedom. My organization, our whole platform is about freedom. We want you to see the freedom. I want you to feel the freedom. And I want you to live freedom. It's not a joke. Look, I've got it everywhere. I've got this sweater. I've got this sweater. I've got t-shirts. It's everywhere. Freedom. I want you to live a life of freedom. And you're not going to do it by bogging every waking moment you have, trying to build a business and bootstrap yourself up without having any coaching, direction, and guidance. Let me coach you, but you've got to be ready, you've got to be willing, and you've got to be able. Click on the link in the description, get my free cash flow audio to learn all about how this model works, and then book your call. Let's see if you're a good fit. I look forward to working with you. Let's go, guys. It's game time 2023. Bye.